Today, we are discussing Dr. Jamal Bryant's wife because she wore a dress that has the internet going crazy. My questions are, why was this such a big controversy? Do men or do you have a problem with the way that she was dressed? In fact, why do men have a problem with the way that she was dressed? Comment your thoughts under this video. Now, I can tell you guys right off the back that I don't have a problem with the way she was dressed because she is, you know what? Before I have this conversation, let's get into her actual response on the Tamron Hall show. So let's get right to it. Wait, before we do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand and I am the coolest dude on the planet. Confidence and clarity is the goal. So here we go.
Did you have even a sliver of doubt before you walked out to go to the event about the dress and that it might create a stir?
People have said, oh, you know, she knew.
I got to stop her early. She didn't answer yes or no. So she knew what she was doing. Let's continue.
It would get this reaction. My ego is not that big.
Wow.
I don't dress for people. I dress for myself and for my husband. I am a wife. Yeah. I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I have a doctorate, I'm a professor. There are plenty of things that I do.
Something I just want to point out, she didn't say mother or grandmother, and she's 60 years old. Well, 59, so I'm rounding up to 60, but she didn't say mother or grandmother. Maybe if she was a mother or a grandmother, maybe she would view it different, but I don't know.
And the challenge is we often want to see a woman be one-dimensional. I am multi-dimensional. I carry multiple titles. Now, what you choose to call me on whatever day is fine for whatever that might be. But I think that there is this idea that a woman can only be one thing. And once I happened to marry a pastor, I happened to fall in love with a man who is a pastor, right? And so with that came the title of First Lady. But there is no book for that. There is no manual for what that looks like. And I have decided that the title does not define me. I define what the title is.
Now, right off the back, I'm gonna tell you guys, I disagree with the end of her statement, meaning there's no manual, there's no book. Yes, there is. When you are a pastor, right, there is a certain costume that you wear. There is a certain image that you uphold. For instance, if you're a king, if you're a queen, if you're a pimp, a stripper, you work at a certain place, you're a doctor, you're a scientist, you have on a certain costume. So what she's saying right there is false. Now, something that I really think is funny is that she is completely covered right here. Like, the way that she's dressed is upholding the image that we have of her in our minds. So I think that it's important for us to actually get into the first question, which is, why is this causing so much controversy? The answer is, she's a preacher's wife, and there is an image that comes with that. Now, does she want to redefine the image or recreate the image? That's completely up to her. But again, this is stirring controversy because in everyone's mind, they have what they believe that a pastor and his wife should actually look like.
Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund, but insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. I need to set the record straight. I bought the dress. And I like it.
Okay, he bought the dress, but she liked it. She was the one who actually picked it out. The reason why this is causing so much controversy is because they are pastors. He's a pastor and she's the first lady. Now, in hearing that, we know that a pastor is supposed to mean something. There's an image that pops into your head immediately when you think of a pastor. You think that it's supposed to look a certain way. The way she's dressed in this interview is the way we think she should be dressed, completely covered. Bertrand, do you have a problem with how this woman was dressed? Do you have a problem with her dress? I got you. No, I do not have an issue with the way that this woman is dressed because she's not my wife. I am not legally bonded to this woman. I am not responsible for this woman. I do not have to defend or protect this woman. In fact, as a man who's been married and divorced, I can tell you that trying to defend your wife is a hard thing, especially when you know she's in the wrong, because you have to be the one to step out and take those bullets. Another reason why I don't have a problem with the way she was dressed is because I like the way women look. And me being single, not being in a relationship, not being married, I have the freedom to look. I can definitely look at a woman. Now, the funny thing is he doesn't realize that everybody gets to see what his woman actually looks like. Meaning, we get to see how big her breasts are, what her hips look like, and possibly what her booty looks like. And you also get to see, anyway, my point is that most men want to keep their wives from being seen by other men. And this is our way of protecting what we believe is ours. Why do you think she wore this dress? Attention, validation, possibly even revenge to an ex who said, ain't nobody gonna want you. And this is her way of saying, ha ha ha, you thought nobody was gonna want me. Now, believe it or not, these things definitely happen, but maybe some other reasons why she wore this dress was to get attention to this particular event so that they could possibly receive higher contributions to this fundraiser.
Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund.
Or maybe she wants to be seen as a celebrity. But what I will say is they raised $4 million. So maybe this was a success, and maybe more money is actually being poured into this particular fundraiser. So maybe this was a good thing. Remember, they say any publicity is good publicity. Good and bad publicity is still publicity. Now, here is the issue that most women have with the majority of men. Why do women not understand why men are against this? The reason most men are against this, again, I'm not against it because I'm single and I'm out here navigating my ways through hookup culture. I'm doing my best to adapt to hookup culture and enjoy life as much as I possibly can. Now, that being said, the reason why men are against this is because, one, she's a pastor, right? And she's the pastor's wife. So that is supposed to mean something. Two, most men want wives, but can't get them because women want to do what women want to do, which means not working together. He's gonna have to put his life on the line just so she can do and say and dress the way she wants. Again, no issue with me, but men want wives. The number 3 reason is because when women are fighting this, when women are debating what they can wear versus what they can't wear, they don't understand that a man is looking at her a certain way and thinking that she's innocent, that she's pure, that she's loyal, that she's not out here advertising herself. When we see women dressed like this, we as men know that that woman is advertising herself to the next man, because now the next man gets to see exactly what she's working with. The funny thing about this dress is the husband, Jamal Bryant, Pastor Jamal Bryant, when he first seen this dress, because he came out and defended her by saying he bought the dress, but when he first seen her in the dress, he said, "Why do we have to leave?" Now, if everybody else doesn't know what that means, he was looking to put her through the mattress right at that moment. Again, this is the reason why men have an issue, because men understand how other men are looking at that woman. What happens when you make that woman your woman? You now have to protect that woman. You now have to defend that woman. Again, me being a single man, all I can tell guys is, hey, those statements, everything that she's saying right now sounds completely different when you're in divorce court, when you're in front of a judge, when there's attorneys involved. There's a completely different feeling about what she's saying. But I get it. You know what? I have a question for you though. What do you think? Do you agree with this dress? Do you have a problem with this dress? Why or why do you not have a problem with this dress? Because it's definitely being talked about a lot. Comment your thoughts under this video. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Also, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel for more confidence and clarity. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.